Boebert of Colorado refuses to apologize for anti-Muslim remarks. Days after firebrand conservative Representative Boebert of Colorado was harshly criticized for making anti-Muslim comments about Representative Ilhan Omar, a Minnesota Democrat whom she likened to a bomb-carrying terrorist, the two spoke by phone. By both lawmakers' accounts, it did not go well. Monday's conversation, which Boebert sought after issuing a tepid statement last Friday, offered an opportunity to extend an olive branch in a house riven by tension. Instead, it ended abruptly after Boebert rejected Omar's request for a public apology, amplifying partisan strife that has become a feature, not a bug, of the GOP since a mob of Donald Trump supporters stormed the Capitol on January 6. Boebert previously apologized to anyone in the Muslim community I offended, but not directly to Omar. It's just the latest example of a GOP lawmaker making a personal attack against another member of Congress, an unsettling trend that has gone largely unchecked by House Republican leaders. It also offers a test of Democrats' newfound resolve to mete out punishment to Republicans. Earlier this month, conservative Representative Paul Gosar of Arizona was censured over a violent video. In February, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia was booted from congressional committees for her inflammatory rhetoric. After Monday's phone call, Omar and Boebert quickly issued statements condemning each other. "I believe in engaging with those we disagree with respectfully, but not when that disagreement is rooted in outright bigotry and hate," Omar said in a statement. She said I believe in engaging with those we disagree with respectfully, but not when that disagreement is rooted in outright bigotry and hate. Boebert shot back in an Instagram video, rejecting an apology and hanging up on someone as part of cancel culture 101 and a pillar of the Democrat Party. The chain of events was set in motion over a week ago when a video posted to Facebook showed Boebert speaking before constituents, describing an interaction with Omar, an interaction that Omar maintains never happened. In the video, the freshman Colorado lawmaker claims that a Capitol police officer approached her with fret on his face shortly before she stepped aboard a House elevator and the doors closed. "I looked to my left and there she is, Ilhan Omar. And I said, well, she doesn't have a backpack. We should be fine," Boebert says with a laugh. Omar is Muslim. Boebert's comment about Omar not wearing a backpack was an apparent reference to her not carrying a suicide bomb. Reaction to the video was swift. Omar called on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Republican Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy to take appropriate action because normalizing this bigotry not only endangers my life but the lives of all Muslims. Anti-Muslim bigotry has no place in Congress. House Democratic leadership also issued a joint statement condemning Boebert's repeated, ongoing and targeted Islamophobic comments and actions, while calling on McCarthy to finally take real action to confront racism. Yet McCarthy, who is in line to become House Speaker if Republicans retake the majority next year, has proven reluctant to police members of his caucus whose views are often closely aligned with the party's base. Pelosi spokesman Drew Hamill said the Speaker had nothing new to add Monday and pointed to the statement issued by Democratic leaders last week calling on McCarthy to act. Boebert tweeted Friday that "I apologize to anyone in the Muslim community I offended with my comment about Rep. Omar," adding that "I apologize to anyone in the Muslim community I offended with my comment about Rep. Omar." It's not Boebert's first brush with controversy, nor Omar's. Since Boebert's election to Congress in 2020, she has leaned into provocative broadsides that delight the party's base. Omar has drawn her focus in particular. She has previously called Omar and others full-time propagandists for state-sponsored terrorism, and politicians with suicide belts strapped their body. In May, she tweeted that Omar was a full-time propagandist for Hamas. She has also called Omar and Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib evil while also referring to them as the full-time propagandist for Hamas. Tlaib, like Omar, is Muslim. Omar too has drawn scrutiny for her comments, often in reference to Israel, some of which have been blasted as anti-Semitic. In 2019, she suggested that Israel's supporters are pushing U.S. lawmakers to take a pledge of allegiance to a foreign country. She was also pressured to apologize unequivocally for suggesting that congressional support for Israel was all about the Benjamin's baby, a long-standing trope about Jews buying influence. House Democratic leadership directly rebuked Omar over the remarks,